Hey, how's it going? My name is Siân Brown and I'm a singer-songwriter and music therapist, and this is episode 12 of A Quest for the Songs, the life and work of Anne Baring. So I've been documenting Anne Baring's amazing book, The Dream of the Cosmos, A Quest for the Soul, through song. Her book is divided up into 6 parts. I've been writing 2 songs per part, and we have moved on to part 4, Recovering the Connection to the Soul, and there's 4 chapters in part 4. So the 4 chapters in part 4 are number 10, The Resurgence of the Feminine, the Awakening of the Soul. 11, Young and the Rediscovery of the Soul. 12, The Shadow, the Dragon and the Primordial Soul. And 13, War as a Rape of the Soul. So this whole section is basically, in under 5 minutes, this whole section is about the need for the resurgence of the feminine, the rebalancing, because we have been entangled in quite a masculine consciousness for probably about 4,000 years, but definitely at least 400 years since the scientific revolution and the rational thought, era. So what she's saying in the book is that we need to reconnect and rebalance with the feminine side of consciousness. And she brings in Jung because Anne is a Jungian analyst, and Carl Jung was this incredible psychotherapist, and he trained with Freud, and he did a lot of work on the shadow and the collective unconscious and the personal unconscious. So basically what she's saying is that with all this rational thought since the scientific revolution, we have completely disconnected ourselves from our unconscious side and kind of poo-pooed it. Do you know what I mean? Kind of said, oh yeah, that doesn't exist. It's not rational. You can't prove it. You can't trust anything that comes from it. And so it doesn't exist. But that's a huge, huge part of why we have been so disconnected from the feminine, because it's all the feminine traits, right? The deep feelings, rather than the rational thought, is the deep feelings. And that's all the unconscious. And Jung believed that we were all connected. So we have our conscious, which we use every day, our ego that we use every day to meet people. Then we have our unconscious, our personal unconscious, and that's where all the deep feelings and the repressed feelings and all that kind of stuff lies. But then underneath the personal unconscious, there's the collective unconscious, and the collective unconscious is what connects everybody, and not just everybody, but everything in the cosmos. Everything is connected in this underlying collective unconscious, and this is where a lot of archetypes come from, that we have, all these myths and the archetypes that spring from this collective unconscious. So there's not enough time to go into it all, but the last chapter that she writes is all about war. And so it leads that Jung said we really, really need to become enlightened. We don't, there's a great quote. I'm going to read you this quote because it's worth reading, from Jung. And I love Jung. As a therapist, I really love Jung. So this quote, I think it's on 263, page 263. Jung repeatedly drew attention to the fact that the fate of the planet depends on the individual, on our capacity to create a relationship with our soul, to become aware of and to value that part of ourselves we know least, our deepest feelings and instincts, which are the root of our creative imagination. This is the matrix of our creative life and is immeasurably older and sometimes wiser than the mere recently developed aspect of ourselves we call our rational mind. So that is kind of the crux of the whole thing. Jung says because we are ignoring our unconscious and not shining a light on our shadows, that's what the problem is with the whole world. And that's what the problem is with all these wars happening. So the last chapter is all about war and how ridiculous it is and how wicked it is and how evil it is, that we have these weapons of mass destruction, these nuclear bombs that could obliterate the earth 5 times over with just a press of a button. Why do they even exist? That's what Anne is saying. Well, you know, the billions and billions and billions spent on these stupid war machines could feed the world 3 or 4 times over, probably more, and could like give clean water to everybody in the whole planet. But no, we spend billions and billions and billions of taxpayers' money on war and weapons and things that are going to destroy life and destroy the planet. And so the whole Recovering the Connection to the Soul, part 4, that part is about how we need to reconnect with the feminine. We need to rebalance masculine and feminine. We need to acknowledge the unconscious and the collective unconscious. We need to shine light on our shadows, and only then will we be able to transcend this base level, you know, let's attack each other, let's kill each other, I want what you've got, mine's bigger than yours. Do you know what I mean? That needs to be, that's so childish, and it's so we need to transcend that. So that's what this whole part is about. And I have written 2 songs about this part, and I'm very, very happy with the 2 songs, and they will be coming very, very shortly. So thanks a million if you're following this journey. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey. There's been some great developments as far as producing it and everything is going. There's some people interested in helping me out, and they're really cool people. So yeah, so I would say I'll probably have the whole thing finished by the summer, but the next 2 songs, so that'll be song 7 and song 8, are coming very soon. And thank you for watching.